Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps a lot. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video.
Part 6. The next day, Norn became cheerful again. It wasn't a noticeable change. When she sees me in the hallway, she'll at least say, "Brother, good morning." She doesn't converse much, nor does she carelessly cling on to me. Compared to me, who hasn't changed one bit in this situation, it seems that Norn no longer minded that at all. I couldn't understand her. I couldn't say anything, and couldn't do anything. It was disappointing. I had thought that I could understand the feelings of a shut-in or a person that couldn't do anything. But when facing the real thing, I became like this. Probably, and just probably, Norn had probably sorted out her own feelings. And from sorting her own feelings, she overcame this situation. She's an amazing girl. Paul and Aisha might have thought that Norn wasn't particularly good at doing anything. However, I didn't think that. At the very least, in my past life, she did something I wasn't able to do. If, in my past life, I was able to sort out my feelings like Norn, would things have changed? Would I have been able to avoid that future where my gentle elder brother hit me? I don't know. I don't know about events in the past. It's different than the situation between me and Norn. Even if I did sort out my feelings, I don't know if I could have headed outside. Reincarnating to a different world, if I hadn't met Roxy, I would surely have remained a shut-in. In the first place, I can't go back after all this time. The past won't change. My soured relationship with that family won't go back to normal. My elder brother's intentions will remain lost in the dark. However, it felt that something that prevented me from speaking clearly has been taken away. If Nanahoshi ever manages to go back to our original world, at that time, I wish to send my older brother a message. Thank you for worrying about me at the time, and I am very sorry. Volume 11 Chapter 10 Lifestyle with the Younger Sisters Part 1. 1 year has passed. The seasons are changing. It's become a warm season. It's the second summer since I came to this city. It's not hot enough to call it summer, but the people have started to wear much lighter clothes. The outfits of the female students at school and Aisha's maid outfit have become short-sleeved as well. It's a treat for the eyes. Sylphy is often wearing sleeveless shirts around the house as well. She didn't have such plain clothes before, but recently it seems she's been buying them for my sake. A Sylphy with lots of exposure. It's truly fresh. After looking at Sylphy's short build and white shoulders, I start to feel like spontaneously embracing her from behind. It's a good season. This country doesn't have any black insects that come home and stay without notice after all. Speaking of black, recently I haven't seen Batagati. I wonder where that guy went. Part 2. Well then, in 1 month there have been a variety of changes going on. First, Norn has made some friends. It's not just a man, she's been involved with girls from a different class as well. I've caught sight of her moving around in a group of about 2 guys and 3 girls, which is why I told her to at least bring them to see me once, but Norn refused. It seems it's a bit embarrassing to let her friends meet her family. In any case, it seems that nothing has become strange because I marched into her classroom. I'm a bit relieved. The relationship between Norn and I is going favorably. The most conspicuous point in that regard, the other day, she asked me to help with her studies. I was enthusiastic over that proposal. I thought that I would instruct her on all of my secret techniques. But, I considered that if I'm too enthusiastic, Aisha will most likely get angry. We made it so that after school, I would teach her in the library. In terms of time, it's for about 1 hour. She reviews the things that she learned throughout the day and prepares for tomorrow's lessons. Just with that, there should be a large difference. Norn was working very hard, but it can't be helped that a lot of it was fruitless effort. I guess she doesn't know how to apply it. Even though I say that, it's not as bad as Aris and Ghislaine. If she gives it her best, she'll soon be at the average level. Come to think of it, Ruijerd-san said his hometown was in the Babinosu region. But Ni-san, you traveled in the magic continent, right? Do you know where it is? HN? No clue. I had heard that it was close to the Bigoya region though. I've never gone there. Through studying, Norn has become capable of idle talk. Even though I say that, what Norn talks about is almost always on the topic of Ruijerd. Speaking of a common topic between Norn and I, it would be Ruijerd. After all, it seems that having a topic you can understand is important. I feel happy as well, having a partner to share stories about him with. I see, what kind of a place is the magic continent? All of the monsters are huge. The culture is considerably different as well, but I guess it's not all that different from around here. It's a normal place where people live. Norn often talks to me with good manners. I guess she would be the respectful younger sister. Since we don't use honorifics when I talk together with Aisha, she might be adjusting the distance she feels towards me. Ah, Ni-san, did you hear the story about the spear from Ruijerd-san? It was a story filled with tears, right? That's right, I wonder if there isn't something we can do. Yeah, it's about time I advance one step forward with that plan. Part 3: Creating dolls of the supered race and selling it together as a set with a book. This plan still exists. Although it's still impossible to mass-produce dolls with Julie's aggregate amount of magic power. The other day, I mastered advanced healing magic and intermediate detoxification magic. Even though it can be said that I'm skilled at memorization, it took a considerable amount of time. I wonder what I should learn next. If I'm going to take on classes for advanced level detoxification magic, it would only be if there's nothing else I want to learn. Might as well just try finding someone to teach me fire or wind saint class magic. No, the saint class fundamentally deals with manipulating weather, they're never thoughtlessly used. It's fine to learn them, but I want to learn something with a bit more practical use. Like horse riding, just around the time I was thinking that, it was just right. I decided to allocate the time that opened up to riding. In addition, I started writing during the time I would teach Norn as well. A book that frankly tells of the supered race's past. I'm not really all that skilled at putting order into writing, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it somehow. Is what I was thinking, but now that it's come down to write about the past, I don't know how it would be good to write about it. I guess around 10 pages would be good. Then we'll copy those like a magazine, attach them to the figures, and distribute them. Then, I'm sure a light literary style would be good. I guess going with the feel of a good versus evil theme and Laplace as the evil guy. No, wasn't Laplace made out to be the hero of the magic continent? If I make him out to be too evil, I might buy into some animosity. Ni-san, what are you doing? While brooding over this and that, Norn came out asking. Yeah, I thought of writing a book about the praiseworthy exploits of Ruijerd. But, I don't know where it would be good to start writing. NN. While saying that, Norn looked at my handiwork. The manuscript I was writing had the title, History of the Great Warrior Ruijerd's Conflict and Persecution, on the paper. I had still only written just about one page of the manuscript, and it was just an outline of the person known as Ruijerd written there. Since it was passing through my own bias, he was considerably close to a saint. Is it just this much? Not yet, there's more after this. I don't know where it would be good to write about from the start. The story about his manner of fighting during the Laplace campaign still remains in my memory. After that I know about his history of persecution as well. Whoa, would it be alright for me to help out as well? Norn started talking about that with a nervous feeling. After listening to her story, it seems every night Ruijerd would put my little sister on top of his lap and talk about stories from the past while caressing her head. How could this be? Even though I was never able to sit on top of Ruijerd's lap, just Norn Imoudo, how unfair. No, that's not it. Oh, that would be a big help. But, make sure you don't neglect your studies. Yes. Just like this, it became that Norn and I would make a book together. Since that day, in the interval between Norn's studying, we started to write stories about Ruijerd. The literary style was clumsy and full of rough places. However, mysteriously while I was reading it, I would remember things about Ruijerd and tears would come out. It was such a composition. It might be the case that Norn has literary talent. No, that might be the bias of an idiot older brother. However, like itself will make one skilled. Such words exist as well. Just like this, if she continues on with it, it could become the case that she grows up into a great writer. For the time being, I just continue revising the parts where the literary style is incorrect and decided to watch over her writing activity. Rather than writing it by myself, it seems that with Norn we could create something several times more interesting.
That's it guys, thank you for watching, subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.